Might actually be a little bit cooler in the other room, Mr. Truesdale.
You sure you trust me out there with that animal?
Well, I trust you out there with a little girl. Sure you won't do anything to upset her any more than she already is.
What's her name?
Annabelle.
Annabelle.
Ultimatum time. Stay there. I'll handle it.
They're getting ready to move in.
Looks like it.
You have 10 minutes to be off the premises, Mr. Purvis. There are several units on their way from St. David's. If you want to avoid a confrontation, you'll disperse before they arrive.
We're here to the end.
I urge you to reconsider. Have it your own way, but you've been warned.
It's much better over here in front of the fan.
Thanks.
Mr. Truesdale, do you think Daisy and Mrs. Truesdale are in heaven?
Daisy?
Our cow.
Let's not talk about dying, Belle. Let's think about the living.
No, it's all right. I'm sure my Joan's up there with your Daisy.
Hey, Annabelle, do you want to get Mr. Truesdale a glass of water?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about all of that.
It's all right.
I never meant to frighten a little girl.
We all understand.
It's just so bloody unfair. 7 years it took her. She was just starting to get over it, you know? Losing Paul like that.
Your son?
Silly little fool. A million times I told him don't play with a gun. Jane took it real hard. Virtually went to bed for the first year. Even when she got up, she was never really the same.
I lost my brother recently. So, I kind of know how you feel. It still really hurts almost all the time.
Yeah.
I brought you a biscuit too.
Wow. A nice favour. Cheers.
Acting Sergeant Schultz.
Yes, Acting Inspector.
Purvis is on notice that units from St. David's will be here shortly to disperse his men. Tell Truesdale he has the power to stop it. All he has to do is call this off.
Righto, I'll pass on the message.
You see this bloke here? That's Banjo Patterson.
I told you to keep him
One
in
of the
the interview.
greatest of strong.
Fair go, Nick. It's 100 degrees in there. The guy was about to pass out.
So in other words, you disobeyed a
He
direction.
hasn't been causing any trouble. He's been sitting there all day.
You're both on 47s for this. Tuesday, listen to me. Acting Inspector Draper is calling in reinforcements to break up the party outside. You can sit in here and let your friends bear the brunt of it, or you can do the decent thing and call it off. What's it going to be?
You've bungled this right from the start, Schultz.
That's your answer, is it?
If it hadn't have been for these young officers here, who happened to show me a little bit of kindness, I'd be telling you and your pals out there to get lost. Hello out there! Smell Truesdale! Can you hear me, Keith?
Answer him.
Yeah, I'm here, mate. Call it off, mate. Tell them all to go home and let the health people take over. This has gone on long enough. I don't want anyone getting hurt on my account. Come on, mate, get us out of here.
Now start removing those bales. Mr. Purvis.
Yeah, right, it's over. That's it.
You'll have your family back soon, Mr. Armstrong.
I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
So Truesdale finally changed his mind.
Took long enough. I don't know what your officer was doing.
Well, with all due respect, Truesdale has been very uncooperative. I'm sure Nick did the best he could.
The outcome could have been much worse, I'll grant you that.
Look, he was under a lot of pressure. He deserves congratulations, not criticism.
That's for me to decide, Tom. Who left their portables in the car?
I did, Acting Inspector.
Not the smartest move, Constable.
It was a very tense and confused situation. We had all these rifles we had to confiscate. There were men gathering outside, and I had to take Mrs. Armstrong.
Truesdale was giving us heaps of trouble as well.
And what you're telling me is you both panicked. We'll put this down to inexperience. Just as well the cars were locked. Whose idea was that?
That was mine. I didn't like the look of the crowd, so I told Constable McKinley to secure the vehicles.
And what did you do?
Well, I tried to reason with Purvis and his men.
Did they threaten to barricade the station?
No, we were taken by surprise.
Well, from what you've told me, it would appear there was little else you could have done to avert this situation. In fact, you did well to convince Truesdale to back down. We'll make a sergeant of you yet. What are you still doing here? Relieve Sergeant Croydon. He's leaving.
Looks like you won't be charging anyway.
No, but they will.
I'm going to look in on Constable Doyle and then I'm heading back to St David's. Any problems, give me a call.
All right, thanks very much, Acting Inspector.
So how was she?
Oh, she was fine when she understood the circumstances.
Cooper and McKinley don't look too bright.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's been a bit of a day for them, isn't it?
I'll see you later.
Ta-da.
I'd like to have a look at any papers your wife may have kept of the transaction so that we can track down the smugglers.
Yeah, sure. Johnny never knew that the birds had been smuggled in. Crazy. They were the cause of her death.
Oh, what's the verdict on the dog, thanks, Doctor?
He looks fighting fit to me.
And just for Mr. Truesdale and his friends here, was there any sign of rabies?
Don't be bloody stupid.
Good. All right, Mr. Armstrong, you take your family and your dog home. Just through to the office, thanks, Doctor.
Before you go, I'd just like to say I'm really sorry about everything.
We're sorry too, Mr. Truesdale. Wish we'd had an opportunity to know your Joan better. And if you need anything, you know where we are.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, with hindsight, I'm not surprised myself. The main indicator of JE was the other two cases. Maggie's symptoms were always slightly different.
All right. So if it's not JE, what is it?
Well, I still suspect some kind of a virus. Possibly picked up from a bite of one kind.
Well, is there anything that I can do?
Yeah, actually there is. You can go out and find out where she's been and what she might have been in contact with lately. And PJ, as fast as you can.
Yeah, it was here. She was walking along this embankment here. I was down here. She walked along, she slipped down, fell into the grass here, and then got up and walked off in that direction.
All right, okay. So you're saying that she collapsed, what? Someone over there?
No, up near those boulders.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. And when she got up here, she seemed fine.
She was bitten by something. You think she would have noticed?
Yeah, perhaps. It wasn't long after Daisy grazed up here that she started thrashing her head around. And I assumed wrongly it was that awful scene.
Okay, well, just have a look around on the scrub and see what you can find.
Hey, PJ. Come and have a look at this.
Looks like a tiny little crab.
So look. That's a tick.
PJ, what are you doing?
We found ticks of the Armstrong property. Now, Lou Rigo said you can't test for them, right?
No, that's right. You have to spot them on the body. But look, check her scalp and behind her ears. And if you find one, don't pull it out. They have to be removed without crushing or leaving the mouth parts in the body.
It's possible Maggie's symptoms be a tick.
Well, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely.
Here it is.
That's it, all right? Let me get some gloves and instruments. I'll check her whole body.